Presidential election now 19 days away. A lot of polls show the race in a dead heat, and that includes the latest poll from Marquette School of Law. Charles Franklin, the director of the Marquette Law School poll, joins me now. Hello, doctor. How are you?
I'm fine. Good to be here.
Good to have you here. Now, first of all, this is a hot off the press poll because you did the survey October 1st through the 10th, right?
That's right.
And how many people were polled? Who were these people?
This is 886 registered voters from around the country.
So how do you go about doing that? Just so people out there want to know, how are polls really conducted? Because we hear about them daily.
Yes, for our national poll, we began with a list of mailing addresses for every address the post office mails letters to or delivers letters to. And we sample from that list, giving every address an equal chance to be selected throughout the country.
Because a lot of people are probably saying, well, they didn't poll me. How do they come up with these numbers?
Well, if we selected you, you have to be randomly selected. You can't just volunteer. And if you are selected, then we send a letter inviting you to participate in polls, and you can then sign up for doing that. Now, of course, most people don't respond to that letter, just as they don't pick up the telephone. So an ongoing issue is the response rate. But we found this methodology works better than the telephone these days.
So how reliable are these polls really? I mean, if you look at polls in the past, you know, you had Hillary Clinton ahead of Trump before that. You had Obama behind, people. I mean, how reliable are these polls?
Yeah, it varies from year to year. Some years, it's the average of the polls is very close to the outcome. And then in bad years, it's off by 3 or 4 percentage points. It's rarely off by a lot more than that. But in my poll in 2016, we were off by over 6 points here in Wisconsin. We were off by 4 points in 2020. But in the midterms in 18 and 22, we were off by less than 2 points. So it varies from election to election and, of course, from poll to poll.
So let's see what we're looking like now. Are you guys pretty much in sync with other polls right now? How are we looking nationally as far as the overall winner?
Yeah, the national race looks awfully close, something, depending on which average you use, something under a 2-point margin for Harris. Most polls have her slightly leading nationwide, but almost all of them are inside the margin of error. In our poll, we see a 1-point Harris lead. That's certainly inside our margin of error of a bit over 4 percentage points. And so I think this poll is in line with that sense that the national vote is awfully close, with just the smallest smidgen of an advantage to Harris.
So at this point, with only, 19 days away, why are there still people undecided?
Well, when we look at them, their characteristics kind of make sense. They're independents, people who don't like either party. They are people who dislike both Harris and dislike Trump. For those independents, about 21% are undecided. For the double haters, as they're called, who dislike both, it's 43% undecided. And the other group that stands out is that small group of Republicans who dislike Donald Trump. That's only about 12 or 13% of the electorate now, of Republicans now. But of them, it's about 41 or 42% that are undecided. Most of these groups, when you push them, say they lean to Trump, about 2/3 for Trump, about 1/3 for Harris. But the real point is they're all conflicted in some way, either not liking both or their party's candidate they have some problem with, or they're independent and they really don't affiliate with either party.
So what does your poll say right now? How's it looking?
Right now in this national poll, a 1-point lead. If you then ask those undecided people what they would probably do if they had to choose, it's a dead-on 50-50 toss-up.
Oh, wow, look at that. Well, you've got 53% for Kamala Harris and Donald Trump at 47%. So how...
That's in terms of who you expect to win the election.
Okay, so tell me this. Is it going to change? Are you going to do another poll before the election day?
Yes, this one was our last national poll
Okay.
before the election, but we're doing a Wisconsin poll right now. It'll be in the field the rest of this week and next week, and it'll be out on the Wednesday before the election,
All right.
October 30th.
And Wisconsin is where everybody said Hillary Clinton didn't go, but the candidates keep going to Wisconsin to try to win your vote.
They're all over the state. Kamala Harris is making 3 stops in the state today.
All right. Dr. Franklin, thank you so much.
Thank you.